Right, meow.
Going live here on the channel.
It's not a channel, it's a figment of your imagination.
At this point, it might be.
I think it is. This is what you get for being so performative all the time.
Ew! Oh, I didn't do anything. I just got lights.
And as I can't remember who pointed it out in the chat, like you didn't have to, when somebody pointed it out that you were that performative, you didn't have to get this less performative.
Oh, I got less performative, but technically there's
Yeah.
more lights. So,
There
like,
are more
if there's
lights.
more lights, aren't I more performative?
No, they're just talking about not being on screen ever and the
Oh,
delay.
true.
Yeah.
True. To make it less performative, I should have just never turned my stream back on. Hey guys, we're here. There were some tech issues. Luthien forgot to hit mute, but we're here.
Unmute.
Unmute. Luthien forgot to hit
Yeah.
unmute, but we're here.
I feel that one.
We don't
I feel that
we
one.
don't blame Luthien, okay?
No.
We blame Jimmy. Either way, it's Jimmy's fault somehow.
It's Jimmy. Okay. Y'all heard that. It is Jimmy's fault. It doesn't matter how, where, what, when, why, etc. It is just Jimmy's fault, hands down.
But welcome to calling it potentially right at this moment. It's your boy and girl Giovanni Ari ready to talk about to MAGA. And your cook is out of cheese. Oh, sorry. We're ready to talk. I'm also playing Bowling Alley Simulator, but we're ready to debate and we're ready to argue with some people. So if you want to call in 336-543-2101, Ari, what's that phone number again?
336-543-2101, as in like 54321.
Pick up the phone. Pick up the phone. Or don't. You know, I feel like I shouldn't tell you guys what to do. Pick up the phone. By the way, okay, I'm gonna complain about you guys for a second, chat. I'm gonna complain about you guys for a second. So a lot of people are not happy with my recent video about how black people can't be racist. And chat, you've angered me about something. Now, I don't know who's the one doing it because I don't know if they're in here, but like so many of you have responded to that video in the comments by going, but Jovan's not using the definition of racism. Homie, what do I tell you guys constantly? What constantly do I say? Huh? What are definitions, Ari? Are they descriptive or prescriptive?
Descriptive unless you're using the law, and then it's prescriptive.
So what the fuck, chat? What the F, chat? So many people are like, but Javon's not using the definition of racism, but will in the same vein champion my definition of woman. Please. Performative.
They just don't like the fact that it requires a system of oppression. And I've asked many people this actually is like, what system of oppression have black people engaged in and who have they oppressed? Like, and I still haven't got an answer to that. So
straight up. Anyway, we're listen, if you're a MAGA, if you're a conservative, if you're a Christian, if you're a capitalist, if you're any of those gross, yucky, garbage things, Jovan Martin called into chewed gum. Well, did they take the call? Arden, are you still here? Did y'all take the Martin call? Martin owes me so much money. I'm gonna message all the producers, Lux, Arden, Luthien already knows, and be like, y'all don't take his call without him paying direct. Like he owes what is it now? He owes like $250 or something. Know, Taylor he owes a lot of money.
Apparently Taylor said he now owes $350.
No, for real. He owes so much money.
Hi, Sparky.
They took the call. Gross. He's calling them because we won't pick up the phone for him anymore. And every time he calls, we charge him more money. Guys, please call us. What's some Ari, you want to tell everybody how fucking Trump attacked Iraq today?
Yeah, guys, we're not in for forever war. Hey, Joey, at all in the Middle East, but for some reason, joint with Saudi Arabia, we have dropped missiles and drones on Iraq. So we're doing great.
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia. They're
I can't believe when Ari told me, because I hadn't heard the news yet because I've been building a bed all day. When Ari told me, I was like, again?
I'm
We
kidding
didn't
you
learn
not
our
when I tell you
lesson the
this,
last time?
but it only happened like an hour and 15 minutes before before right now. It's just
Amazing.
pretty break, like, still fresh.
Aren't
And the
aren't
fact
we aren't we so lucky we live in this country?
that
Yes, chat. Iraq again.
yes, again, Iraq,
Again.
again.
That's all we can say here. Again.
I'm waiting for Afghanistan next. What do you think? What are the odds on
I'm gonna
Afghanistan?
I'm gonna crash the fuck out on this country. I swear to God. I shouldn't have to. We shouldn't have to keep doing this.
No. If we will, it'll be so far, like, we're so cooked as soon as we do something to Afghanistan too. And then it's just like, all right, we're done. Yes, the both Bushes, George H.W. Bush and George W. Bush both did this thing.
Aren't we just come on, guys. Aren't you excited?
Oh.
Aren't you happy to live in a country as free as ours? Free to start forever wars with other countries?
Free to watch the president fall asleep at Lindsey Graham's funeral.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Amazing.
The
Incredible. Love it.
gentleman sitting behind him literally kept scrunching up his nose too, just like, it's not a face you make at a funeral.
So happy.
And
So
as he was walking by the casket, he gave it a little pat, which my
you
friend thought
think
was funny, and that's why she sent it to me. And I'm like, I can't lie. I've been to Catholic funerals before. That's not unusual for
you
people
think
that
the
are just
day's
like,
coming soon?
let's go blood clot.
I wonder if it's coming soon.
I might.
My fingers are crossed. We're obviously talking about when the new Spider-Man comes out, guys.
Heck
Come on
yeah.
now. Come on,
Spider-Man,
guys.
Spider-Man.
Does whatever a Spider-Man's. I had the movie spoiled for me today, so I'm a little not mad that I got spoiled, but mad about the movie. Do we have a call?
It looks like it.
Yes, great.
It
What?
is. I don't
Huh?
know.
Huh?
Yeah, that comment's very strange.
Okay. Okay.
Ooh. It's giving me flashbacks to like Brian and his abortion argument.
Why can't we just have normal calls, bro?
Because they're not normal.
Okay, coming up is Joe. He's a conservative from which state is Emmy? Minnesota, Minneapolis,
Isn't that
Maine?
Maine? I thought Emmy
Maine?
was Maine.
Okay, Joe from Maine. He's a conservative from
I know.
Maine. He, him conservative. Joe, you're on with Jovan and Ari. How are you doing today?
Not bad. How about yourself?
Been better, Joe. You are going to tell us about a new form of conservatism that you're creating. Is that correct?
Yeah, that was kind of the only thing that I could sort of think about. You know, it was difficult to put into words exactly because, you know, I've been a Republican. I consider myself a fiscal conservative rather than a social conservative or anything like that. And I was sort of developed my own.
Well, it looks like your cell phone plan is conserving bars, Joe, because we can't hear a word you're saying. You're breaking up pretty badly.
How about that? Is that better?
Yes,
sounds a little bit better.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I apologize. You know, I was sort of looking into myself as a conservative, and I do like capitalism, but I don't really
Gross.
like.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't like the crony capitalism that's going on. So, in
Why do you like
terms of,
any capitalism?
I like some of it, but not all. Like, I do appreciate the possibility for people to be able to work themselves way up into, where they want to be, but, I don't want people to ever feel like they're going to go hungry for anything.
How do you know how many? Do you know what global GDP is? Like what the global GDP is right now?
I actually don't.
Okay. So, would you agree with me that money is a finite resource? Like the amount of money in the world at any given time is a finite resource.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. So if we look at global GDP, that's going to be the amount of money that exists in circulation at any time. It's about $117 trillion. That's the amount of money that currently exists in circulation right now in the world. If that were split up evenly amongst the people of the globe, everyone would have about $15,000 a year, but it's not. I mean,
Right.
1 trillion of that damn near goes to one guy, right?
Mhm.
So like under this purview, you recognize that not everybody can move up the ladder because there's not enough money to circulate in order to pull everybody up the ladder. So like some people have to be poor and like abjectly so in order for in
Yeah,
order for other people to be rich.
which I don't agree with. I don't like, the billionaire. I don't like the trillionaire thing. I think it's something that needs to come to an end.
Well, it can't come to an end as long as capitalism still exists. Capitalism allows for it.
And that's true. That's why, in terms of talking with somebody who, I'll be honest, I'm not very good with economics, even though I feel like I should be. But, being able to talk with somebody who actually understands it in a significantly better light than I do, that allows me to develop things a little bit more and learn.
Mm-hmm. Do you think it would
So,
be better to just leave a system that gamifies like life so much? Like, wouldn't it be better to just move out of that system completely?
yeah, I probably. My question would be, how long would it take to uh, move out of the system? How, what would fall through the cracks? That's what I worry about.
Like, what specifically? What would fall through the cracks that would worry you specifically?
Just people being able to get away with things. Like if we were to move to democratic socialism or something along those lines, of people who would actually get away with maintaining more wealth or run into a different area.
But that's already happening now.
Which that's true, and so yeah, this is
Like
why
to a terrible, like it's happening now to a
Insane, right?
monstrous degree.
Yeah.
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 Like
So
one guy hit a net worth that was 10% of the entirety of the global GDP. Kind of doesn't
insanity.
seem like a system that's working, you know?
No, exactly. So I need some enlightenment here. How would we go about, dismantling that and getting rid of it?
The first step would be, well, sorry, not to cut you off, Jovan,
No, go ahead.
would be preferably dismantling or starting everyone on the path of deconstruction for why you guys believe that capitalism is important for some reason, because we were all indoctrinated to a degree to believe that capitalism was the way to go. I'm sure Jovan has a more eloquent answer than me.
Well, there's two routes of thinking, right?
Mhm.
Education is obviously important, and that's the route that I'm best at. So it's the route I stick. It's sort of the lane that I stay in. I'm not as good of an organizer or anything, but I'm very good at education. So I let that be my vein. Organizing is pretty big, but I mean, there's something to be said about the fact that like people may eventually have to take up arms. Like it's just the case that when there is something in the world that is this disparate, and it might not even be Americans, TBH, right? When there's something in the world that's working this disproportionately unfair for so many people, and the people who want to keep it unfair are willing to spend a lot of money and kill a lot of people to keep it unfair, there becomes a point where you're just like, all right, well, we're kind of left with no other choice but to defend ourselves.
True. That's something I haven't thought about with somebody else coming in. So that, that's something that I've been coming to relatively recently is, yeah, kind of exploring my own thought process and what I thought originally back, when I was in college and early or late teens. But, I'm kind of coming around to other thought processes. And, so anything that you guys have that kind of helps me to move things along with my own political leanings, I'm happy to hear about. So,
well, the first thing I would do if you have the chance, on my website I have a reading list, and there's a bunch of like anti-capitalist literature on there. I would suggest like starting there, just to arm yourself like knowledge wise.
And what's your website?
JovanBradley.com. It's nice and simple and to the point.
Awesome. All right, I'm going there right now.
So now that we've got the understanding that like capitalism isn't really the conservative thing you lean with. So what would be like, you said you are conservative. It's definitely not fiscally, because you aren't really for capitalism, as we've described it and as we've pointed out. So what are things? What reason is there for you to be conservative? Like what conservative values do you hold on to?
Well, I still do support the Second Amendment for pretty much everybody.
Fun fact for you, friend. That's like, leftists are very pro-gun.
Yeah.
We like to quote our boy Karl Marx, who said that the workers should never allow themselves to be unarmed.
Be disarmed, yeah.
You're the first ones. My parents are very leftist and incredibly anti-gun. So
they might be very liberal, but there's a difference between a liberal and a leftist.
Yeah, it's a spectrum.
Okay, gotcha. I'm new to a lot of this stuff, and so I'm trying to get all the information that I possibly can with it.
Yeah, the last thing the working class should do in a system of which they are oppressed by capital should be to unarm themselves. Like that would just be very irresponsible of the workers.
Okay, that's a very, very good point.
But also the biggest anti-2A policy has come from the right in the last like 10 years, and that's Donald Trump's bump stock ban.
On the federal level, the Supreme Court's about ready to overturn the assault weapons ban in Hawaii. So,
which I voted for him the first time, realized how nuts he was, and refused to vote for him the second time, or any time after that.
Okay.
Nope. Okay. Absolutely not.
Okay, you learned. We like that. We like a learning. So far, your views on the economy are more left leaning. Your views on gun ownership are left leaning. What other conservative values do you think you hold?
Much more limited government, I would say. That is one thing.
Well, here's the beauty about leftists. Once you go far enough left, like me, and become a full-blown communist, you don't believe there should be a state, period. Sounds like you're ready to join the club, bud.
Yeah. It really just depends on where you want to go. Because what you see right now, Joe, with saying like you believe in smaller government and how we see that playing out in reality is that, at least in the United States, right? We have the federal government, which we are downsizing, right? The Trump is downsizing the federal government, but really just the number of employees that they have. He's not downsizing the reach, right? And then if you
Right.
look at specific policies that have now been distributed out to the individual 50 states and territories, you're now looking at 50 plus, right? So really 57. 57 smaller governments that are determining how someone can simply live freely, and I'm putting freely in air quotes. And you're creating 50 smaller governments that are being on a spectrum of how restrictive they are to their constituents, right? And
Right.
on different levels. So really we have one, we're going to say daddy government, the federal government, overseeing their 57 children, and they can't get all on the same page.
Yeah.
What do you think would be better? A system where we're run by like a state federal government, or a system where us, like the people who live here, are the ones who get to control our own fate and our own like we get to decide, us as the people, not some representative government, but us as the people get to decide what happens to us as the people.
See, I like both ideas. Looking at it through having that voice immediately within yourself, to be able to, cast your vote or do anything like that is awesome. I really like it. But I also, I like the idea of being able to send somebody who reflects my values, even though it happens almost none of the time, to be able to debate and vote on my behalf. So I haven't
Well, buddy,
quite
let me introduce you to
quantified
something
that.
called council communism, in which you can elect a worker council to make the large scale decisions for the workers. Best of both worlds for you. Best of both worlds.
Interesting. I consider myself a history guy, but this is stuff that I have never come into contact with. So I appreciate you bringing this all to the front.
Well, like I said, it would appear you don't have many actual right-leaning positions, Joe. It would appear that you mostly have left-leaning, and mostly would probably lean left if you knew a bit more about what the left is offering.
And that's the thing. So yeah, I'll do some more research about that. Now, real quick, you've been doing a lot of talk with communism and stuff like that. I watch the show pretty regularly. I've been on a massive kick, actually, the last couple of days. I'm curious, because a lot of people have been talking about democratic socialism as well.
Mm-hmm.
What would be the difference, between the two for you?
A democratic socialist just believes we can get to socialism through elective democracy. Like, we can vote our way into socialism.
Right. And right now they're still okay with engaging in a capitalism, sorry.
Yeah, I don't believe we'll ever
roadmap.
be able to vote our way into socialism, because as I've said, the capitalists are going to spend as much money as they can and kill as many of us as they can to maintain their power and control. I ain't never seen someone give up power like
willingly.
just 'cause,
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason why Congress won't put term limits on themselves. Why would they vote themselves out of a job?
Pass the Pelosi Act so they could stop insider trading.
I freaking love the name of
Oh
that bill.
God.
It's great.
Donald Trump, biggest opponent of it, didn't want it to go through.
Yeah, the only one that he supports is the one that was introduced by the Republicans in the House that doesn't restrict them from buying stock.
Is that the one that they tacked the SAVE Act onto?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just like they did it to the NDAA.
Yeah, I heard about that. I'm not pleased myself, but
The House is trying everything.
Yeah, I really appreciate your help. Thank you for hearing me out and giving me some new things to think about. And
Do you have any other conservative values that you can think of?
um, not at the moment. You put me on the spot,
Okay.
and my brain decided to take a crap. So, for now, I feel like I've got to do a good bit of looking into everything and figure out where I actually stand. So I appreciate it.
Fair.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, thank you for calling, Joe.
Perfect.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you so much, both of you, and talk to you later.
All
Talk to you
right.
later.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, okay. So, like, Jovan is not saying don't vote for the DSA candidates if they're on your ballot.
Is that what y'all think that I meant?
Yeah, someone asked, so since voting socialists into office won't work, what will?
Voting socialists into office won't get rid of capitalism. It will
Yeah.
just make socialists in office. Really only one thing that's going to get rid of capitalism, and y'all don't want me to answer that question because you're not ready for it yet. But as soon as I feel like you guys are ready, I'll tell you. But you will still see better outcomes with socialists in office than not, right? Like there can be some level of improvement within the capitalist system. It will just still be capitalism.
There is a lot that can be modified and changed and updated to make it to where we should be. Like I had someone that spoke to me yesterday and he was like, "Yeah, I think we should fix our homelessness problem." And it's like, "Cool. Let's follow a Nordic model where we determine that access to housing is a human right, and therefore offer housing to every citizen or every person within the United States of America." Oh, we couldn't do that. Why? Why? Why couldn't we do that? We're supposedly the richest country on the planet. But we can't do it, Jovan.
I agree.
Yeah.
No, I don't agree. Did
I know you
you
don't.
did you see that group of 9/11 family members who are fighting for Zohran Mamdani not to go to the fucking memorial this year?
I have seen something on that where they're like, it's like, he's not even from there. He came
Crazy.
from Uganda.
Fucking wild.
They don't know where that's on a map. So
That's like, what was that? Was it Jimmy Kimmel where they like asked a bunch of Trump supporters? They're like, yeah, Trump wants to go and invade Agrabah. Do you think he should do it?
fake places, and I bet they say yeah.
They're like, yeah, go take over that Agrabah. Maybe we can take all their genies.
Yes, I did endorse tiny homes last night, Tony. Yeah.
Tiny homes, what?
Yeah, the tiny homes.
I don't like. What about them?
So I was saying, like, with my housing conversation is that the government could invest in tiny homes because they are less expensive to make. They take up less space, and you again have more in an area, and then house more people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
We don't even need to do that. We have enough houses now.
we do. I even made that. I was like, yeah, restrict who can fucking rent out their house on Airbnb and Verbo. Like that is literally hurting a lot of our housing problem. 30% of all empty homes are vacation homes.
By the way, guys, 336-543-2101. I say we get rid of Airbnb. I don't stay in Airbnbs anymore. I'm back to hotels. Fucking can't stand Airbnbs now.
Yeah. They're horrible.
It's kind of the same with Uber. Like, it is actually I'm so sorry, but I mean this about Uber. I mean this about any food ordering thing. The delivery fee
is exorbitant.
That delivery fee should be the thing that's going to the employee. What are you doing? You're not doing anything extra, but the employee who's driving it to me is doing something extra. Why are if I'm ordering Domino's, if I'm ordering a pizza, okay, I'm heated right now. Y'all got me tight about this bullshit. If I'm ordering a pizza, okay, and I order from Domino's, and I'm tipping the driver already, Domino's doesn't do anything different when they deliver it to me versus when they put it on the counter and I come pick it up. Only that driver is doing something different. So why am I paying you $6 for a delivery fee? Stupid. Fucking hate capitalism,
Oh, I
bro.
agree.
Fucking Netflix now being like, oh, you can leave one household. It's capitalism. It's bullshit. Netflix became the thing that we left fucking Blockbuster for.
I
They're
still can't.
moving back to being Blockbuster.
It's so then being purchased, Roku being bought out by Fox.
So does that mean Disney technically owns Roku now? Because Disney owns Fox.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Disney's owned Fox for like 2 years.
Goddamn. I guess so. Why haven't they made it better then? Oh wait, because they're not Barry Weiss.
That's CBS.
I know. I did that on purpose because that's why I said because they're not Barry Weiss.
Is there any industry that capitalism has made better? Truthfully, like genuinely.
That's a good question. Let's see. It fucked up our education system, so less people here are going to college. Or sorry,
No, Billy the
less
Kid.
people.
Wait. Billy the Kid. Airbnb is not better than hotels now. I don't got to pay a cleaning fee at a hotel. I can have the air on as high as I want without getting complaints. I can eat in my hotel room.
Yep.
And they'll come clean it up the next. Nah.
Unlimited access to Wi-Fi.
I'm back on the health. Yep. I'm back on hotel train. I'm fully stocked on hotel train.
I remember when I went to Ireland in 2018, I had a limit on how much internet I could access at one of my Airbnbs. And I was still like finishing up one of my college degrees. So I'm like, oh, I have homework that's due and I can't do it.
Chat said the Fox News portion bought Roku, and that's different than the portion Disney bought. Disney bought like the entertainment portion.
Oh, thank you guys for the clarification.
Yeah.
So that's why
Yikes.
Fox News hasn't gotten any better.
Well, like Fox News is going to get any better. Please.
Yeah, they have to start by getting rid of, oh gosh, what's that lady's name that's always yelling even though she has a mic? Bartiromo?
Speaking of which, I saw a video today that resonated with me. This guy was talking about how a bunch of rich people in the country are trying to convince people to homeschool their kids. Don't fucking do that, guys. Don't homeschool your kids.
No, socialization.
Not just socialization. Don't homeschool your kids because you're just paying for rich charter schools when you do that.
Oh, interesting.
All you're doing is the money is getting reappropriated because you are taking your kid out of school. So that school district isn't going to receive that money. And then the charter schools can snake in and get the money that's left over.
That's a good point too.
Rich people don't homeschool their kids. They send their kids to wealthy fucking charter schools. Don't fall for this bullshit.
Yeah, and one of my mods makes a good point. You will also find that time away from your kids is very important. You guys need a break sometimes.
Dude, that's not technically true. The lawsuit with Fox News wasn't them admitting that they're an entertainment, that they're not news. It was very specific. It was a very specific thing that they had to admit. And I can't remember off the top of my head what it was, but I know that I've had to like look into it, and it's not that they admitted they weren't a news thing. I think it's that they only admitted that Tucker Carlson's show was specifically an opinion-based show. Not a news-based show. Like that specific show was opinion-based.
That sounds accurate because I've been hearing that go around again, and I'm like, that's not true. It's not Fox Entertainment. You can't find anything that says it's Fox Entertainment. It's actually Fox News. But guys, Jimmy would like to remind you that there is he's going live on Patreon for free tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central Time to show everyone his new app that he's working on. So y'all should join tomorrow at 4 p.m.
Yeah, he's very happy about the changes he's made to this app. So you guys should go there tomorrow. Show up, say you came because Jovan told you to.
Ari.
Come because Ari is taking credit for something a black man did. I'm tired. Can you tell I'm fucking tired, bro?
Gosh, I was gonna talk to you about something. What was it? Buckets
Racism. Buckets.
is bad. That's sometimes that's like my filler word instead of saying fuck.
Oh.
Yeah, I do that sometimes. I'll just throw out random words. Oh, it's something different. Crud. Did you see any part of Hunter Biden talking to Fuentes?
No, I'm not gonna watch fucking Channel 5 platform a goddamn Nazi.
It was insane. I've only watched like very limited things, but I do agree.
Hey, why
there
don't
was
we
something
why
else
don't we sit down
specifically.
with the guy that said that interracial couples shouldn't exist? Why don't we sit down with that guy? Like, what the fuck are we doing, man?
It's so I don't know why anyone platforms that guy. Truthfully, I
If
don't.
you guys think we shouldn't platform Nazis, 336-543-2101 and call in instead. And maybe we'll platform you if you have a debate. Only call into debate.
Yeah, no kumbaya tonight. No offense. No offense. No kumbaya. But you gotta call the number
None
on the
taken.
screen. There was some well, I would hope it's not from you. We are engaging in kumbaya right now. I think.
Kumbaya is appropriation.
All right, that sounds fair. My bad.
I don't actually know.
I
I
don't
don't know
know
what
either, but
language
that sounds
kumbaya is.
fair.
What language is that?
Well,
It's a slave. Isn't it a slave hymn?
considering it comes from The Lion King, I would assume it comes
Kumbaya does
from
not come from the Lion
Huh?
King.
What am I thinking of?
No. Hakuna Matata?
That's what I'm thinking of. No, so it's Kumbaya, my lord, Kumbaya. Hold on. You right. I'm looking this up now.
Bro, somebody clip that, please. On God, clip that. Holy shit. There's no way Ari just said that, yo.
I'm good with that. Y'all can call me out. I'm
She
okay with
said,
that.
I mean, it comes from the Lion King.
I think you are correct that it's probably appropriation. It is, yeah, history of an old song. Okay. Yeah, it's a black king.
I assume it's a slave hymn.
Yeah, probably. It's all yeah. Apparently,
Oh,
Kumbaya is
okay. I
Hakuna
see my
Matata.
confusion. Y'all keep saying Gullah in the chat, and all I can think of is like Gullah Gullah Island. That's not where it comes from. Holy shit. Ari's the Lion King. God damn.
It's okay. I'm okay with that. I got called out. My bad, guys. It's all right. Listen, I made Jovan laugh, and for some reason, people are calling in from my mistake.
Guys, don't call in to talk to
Why
us about
is someone
where
talking about that? Yeah,
Kumbaya
don't.
comes from.
What?
But that's fucking so funny, yo.
Listen, Luthien, don't take those calls if they're calling just about that. I think that's
Holy
fair.
shit. Let me go refill my water, vamp. Maybe you could tell maybe you can tell everybody how like Amazing Grace comes from the Little Mermaid or something.
Absolutely does not, but that'd be pretty funny. Yeah, guys, amazing. It's okay. Listen, Spooky, if they want to cancel me for that, that's fine. That's totally fair. Okay. So it was definitely a thing. My bad, my mistake. It's definitely appropriations for me to say that. So I will eat that one. Cultural appropriation. We're not doing that. Do not call in to debate Ari about the Lion King. I told Luthien to hang up on all of y'all. So you're welcome. Guys, have you seen okay, I know what I was thinking of. Have you guys watched the crazy shit coming out of this administration about the International Criminal Court because they don't know what it does? Or what it does. I just want to remind everybody. Oh, thanks, Raven. The ICC has never once, okay, issued a warrant for any U.S. citizen. Never once. But we're worried about the ICC. Also, Jovan, the chat wants you to know that Amazing Grace is actually one of Ariel's sisters.
Oh, okay. Got that chat. All right, let's take our next call. Jake, the 18-year-old conservative from Texas, is going to tell us why abortion should be outlawed. I can't wait to hear this. Can't wait to hear the 18-year-old tell us about abortion. Jake, you're on with Jovan and Ari. Can you tell us how you're doing today?
Hey, yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I know y'all got like a whole crazy system and everything. That's pretty cool. How y'all doing?
Chilling,
Doing great.
Jake. Why don't you tell us why women should be punished for getting abortions?
I simply believe
And
that
how strict
it
should we
fits the definition of
punish
murder.
them?
Oh, if it's the definition of murder, what's the
well-
legal definition of murder? Because that's a legal term.
Yeah, so it's not legally banned, so you
It
can't
is
get
a legal
punished
term.
for
No,
murder.
but you
However,
said
it should be
murder.
because of the intent. Yeah. So
So what's the
for
legal
murder, right?
definition of murder?
for something become
Yeah.
murder. Yeah, so the legal charge you can't get charged with, but the definition I'd go with is intentional and justified ending of a human being.
Murder is a
Well,
legal
how-
term. Sorry. Go ahead, Jovan.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how harshly we should punish women for having abortions,
That's a good point.
specifically.
About the same as murder.
Oh,
So
okay,
what, like
fantastic.
25 to life for an abortion?
If depends on intent, because if they are unknowingly, because abortion has an intent behind it, but
I didn't know
up
that
to
people could
25 to
unknowingly
life,
have an
really.
abortion.
I mean-
Hey, Jake.
No, not like that.
Just quick-
Unknowingly
just
end a
quick
human
question
life.
for you. Why is
but-
why is it wrong to kill somebody?
Reason. Well, we use I stick to the legal justifications for why it would be wrong or not. You know, killing someone
Why
over
is it
financial
wrong to
reasons
murder
would not
somebody?
be. Well, do we agree that killing? I don't even think we need to answer those questions. I don't even think we need to go to the moral
we do.
route at all, or the philosophical route, or anything like that. Can we just we can skip all that if we agree that? Do you think killing someone over money is wrong?
So that would be
Not
killing
necessarily.
somebody and not murder. You see how you changed your term there? So you are now
I know,
you're
but
now
with murder, it
officially
has to have a
making
justifiable.
you are now making an appeal to
Oh,
legality.
wait. Did you hear that? Ari? He said he said murder can't have
Yeah.
a justifiable reason, so no abortion is murder, because I think all abortions are justified. Boom. Thank you.
Yeah, it's
That was
a
easy.
self-defense.
What?
All abortions
Yeah.
would be
Yeah.
justified
So no.
because nobody
Because that's not what I said. That's not all. This
unreasonable
is like
to hold on,
y'all are like.
Jake. Hold on, Jake. It is unreasonable to force someone to be obligated to carry a pregnancy. So therefore it's completely justified for them to, and because murder must be unjustified, which isn't just your claim, that's just like the definition of murder. It would be an unjustifiable.
No, this straw
killing.
man's insane.
That's
Well,
not
he
a straw
left
man.
off.
That would be the definition
straw
of
man
murder.
is
It's an
insane.
unjustifiable killing. A murder
Not
would
at
be
all.
an
Also-
unjustifiable
Not at all.
killing.
He left off an
Y'all-
important
y'all-
part
so
of the
y'all's
legal
tactic is
definition
ask
of
8
murder.
questions, and
Yeah,
then
it's because you
straw man. What
but-
is going on here? Can we actually have a
And-
good faith conversation?
Jake, you don't know what a straw man is. We're not putting words into your argument to avoid the subject.
Y-
You
you
still
did.
haven't
You-
even
you completely
provided
twisted
me.
my
No, he
argument.
didn't. He took what you said and then followed it
Yes, he
through to
did.
its logical conclusion.
Not even close to true.
He followed your statement through to its logical conclusion and gave you a counter argument that you are now floundering to respond to by saying it's a straw man.
I haven't been able
but
to respond
see-
to it.
Jake, there's an important part that you left out since you were appealing to legality on the legal definition of murder. So please tell me where the malice aforethought is in abortion. Malice aforethought. Sorry, I always say it.
Yeah, I
weird.
mean, Yeah, so the malice forethought there would be, killing your kid for financial reasons, just as the number one reason.
It's not a kid.
You know, you're
Where's the
planning out
social
going to an
security
abortion
number?
clinic,
Where's the
or you're a
social
child.
security
If you want
number?
to get, you know,
Where's the social security number
see,
associated with
this
the
is
fetus?
crazy. Y'all are so ill-faced. My argument is literally,
Well, no,
you
you're
know, you take
making
that
a
right, the
legal
mouse forethought, which, by the way, you
Jake.
let him twist my words, then you never even let me address that, and
No,
then you want to go and
you have a
play word
Jake.
games.
Jake. He followed your statement through to its logical conclusion, and you just
You want
realized
me to explain
that
how
the
he didn't?
statement that you made was illogical. Yeah, what exactly? Because I missed
No, it
exactly
wasn't. You're
how
not
he
letting me
phrased
address
it.
it.
Jovan, go ahead. How did he exactly phrase that? Where it can't.
So a murder would need to be a killing that's unjustified. If it's justified, it's not
Correct.
murder.
Yeah. Which is crazy, right?
The
Like to even
reason
say that.
behind it,
But
too.
you
Yeah.
but you agree
Hold
with
on, hold
him
on.
restating
Whoa.
yours.
The
But
reason,
what's
the
the
reason
number one
behind it,
reason?
the reason does wait. The reason behind it doesn't matter either. If somebody is threatening me and my intent is to kill
Yes,
them
it
to end
does.
the threat, no. If someone's threatening me and my intent is
That
to kill them because of the threat, that's still not murder because I'm justified in killing them. Doesn't matter if I was intending
correct.
to do it or not.
No, the reason why for it. So there'd be the reason for killing them is because they're threatening your life. If you're killing them to save money, that's not a justifiable reason. Can we agree?
No, except see,
If I'm
no, I
killing them to
disagree.
save money, what?
I think so. He's trying to go from the
I'm asking
financial
if we
gain
kill
aspect
someone.
of it.
If someone's
So
trying
Now
to
you're not
no,
rob
answering.
me and I kill them to save my money, then yeah, I think it's
then
fine.
that's the justification.
Not even just like, yeah, if you kill anyone so you can avoid spending money on someone, for example, right? Say, you
So you
know,
can avoid
if you kill someone to
spending
avoid spending money on them, is that
someone.
a valid reason?
Oh
Yeah.
no, sir,
If you
I don't
avoid
think you
killing someone to
understand how
avoid,
much it costs to give birth to somebody within the United States. It's about $30,000 with
so
health care insurance. I'm still speaking, Jake. I know this is difficult for you. So Jake, it's about $30,000 to give birth with health insurance, and that's a cost on the mother. That's not spending money on that child. So it's actually quite reasonable to say that in a moment of self-defense, to not bankrupt thyself from the hospital stealing my money in this case, right? I could just pay a fraction of the price, let's just say $750, to have an abortion performed at that point, we'll just say it's 14 weeks. It's past the point that you can use the abortion medication pills. So yeah, we'll just say $750 at 14 weeks. What would be the alternative to
yeah,
having
thanks
an
for not
abortion
answering
for a
my question at
fetus?
all.
I didn't hear you ask a question. I was
Yeah.
responding to a point in your argument. I'm sorry. Were you incapable of keeping up?
No, you responded to, but you never actually responded or addressed it at all.
Which part did I not address? Expand upon that and I will address it.
I want an actual answer. I just want an actual answer. Is it okay to kill someone in order to save money by certain means if it's not going to be illegally taken?
Depends.
Okay.
There's your answer.
So it depends. So can you give me
It would depend.
can you give me another example of any other time would that be fine, or is it this simple one time?
If it is justified,
abortion.
it's not wrong. If you can find it, if there's a moral justification, then it would not be wrong.
I'm asking you. Can you name any other instance where that would be okay besides this one time with abortion? Or is
Well, I
abortion
don't
the
give a
only
shit what the
exception to
reason.
this
I don't
rule?
care. I don't care what the reason for the abortion is, unless the abortion is forced.
Well, that's a
Abortion is
big
just
part when it comes to
wait.
murder,
I
isn't it?
don't know. I don't know why I'm being overtalked. I don't know why I'm being overtalked. No, it isn't. It's just about, is the action justified? And any abortion that isn't forced is justified because it's simply a person reclaiming their body autonomy, which is completely justified because they are under no moral obligation to care for this fetus.
Yeah. So, if check this out, right? Uh, if someone's on my property, right, and say they're illegally on my property, just for example, I'm just doing this so I can apply a consistent. It's a bit of a stretch of a hypothetical, but say someone's on your property, and you do not know that they were on your property illegally, breaking into your house, but you see them and you shoot them because you don't like how they look, right? but you technically, they were illegally on your property, and you did have a right to stand your grounds. But the reason you shot them was not for standing your ground. Should you be charged with murder?
How would a
No.
prosecution choose what was going through the thought of my head that I shot somebody because of how they looked? When I would just
That's the
any
reason you
reasonable
answered and lost in
person.
the courtroom.
But also, I'm sorry, this is just a nonsense question because, as I
It
said,
is.
you are under no obligation to keep the fetus alive. So therefore, there is no reason, there is no moral negative by having an abortion because you are under no obligation to care for the fetus.
Do you think? Okay. Do you think outside the womb, a parent would have an obligation to take care and provide a safe environment for her kid?
I think you have an obligation the second that a person becomes sentient. Then we all have some level of obligation to each other. Prior to that sentience, no, I
Why do
believe there
you
is
value
zero
sentience?
obligation. Because sentience is the only way that you
Why?
can have any sort of experience. I don't care about things that don't experience, just like
So
I
why
don't
do
give a
you
shit
value
if I cut
experience?
down a tree. I just answered that.
He doesn't
Okay.
like it because it
So
doesn't fit his
would you?
argumentation.
Well, hold up. Okay.
I
So
wasn't talking to you. There was no
if
need to
a woman has
respond.
a. All right, whatever y'all are. But, okay. So a woman has a cryptic pregnancy, and it's born unconscious, and someone shoots in the head. Should they be charged with murder?
Unconscious things are sentient. If you just don't know like what sentience is, that's fine. You can ask next time though.
Well, sentience can come at different stages. Say sentience can come at
Nope.
24 weeks, and it's born cryptic pregnancy 21 weeks.
No, sentience is the point of viability.
Well, sentience coincides with viability. They just
Yes,
happen to
exactly.
coincide with each other. But
That's
sentience
called the quickening.
typically sentience happens at 24 weeks. If for some reason someone believes their fetus to be sentient prior to that, we just do a brain scan.
Yeah, but
Then
say
we would
they have
know.
they have a cryptic pregnancy at 21 weeks, right? It's unsentient, right?
Then yeah, there's no moral
Can it
negative
still be
if you kill that
viable?
thing. It doesn't matter if it's viable. There's no
So
moral
so
negative
someone
for
so
killing a
then she goes
non-sentient
and
being. Whatever
okay.
way you
So
frame it, the
then
answer is going to be the same. It is not morally negative to kill a non-sentient thing. Just like it's not morally negative if I step on a
okay,
piece of grass when I walk across my lawn.
okay. So do you think sentience is the main thing that matters here?
Yes.
We've already established that.
Okay. Okay. And then
Non-sentient
I'm
beings are not
guessing
moral
you're gonna
agents,
say
so I don't care
okay.
about non-moral agents.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Why do we value or why do you choose a cow? Or do you think I'm sorry, wrong wording. Do you think killing a cow is wrong?
Yes.
Yes. And then do you think killing like chicken also and all that kind of stuff is wrong? Killing
Yes.
it for food or something like that to sell?
Yes.
Yes. So do you think
I think
wait,
there
hold
can
up.
be
Do you think that
justified
people who kill
reasons
that
to
stuff be
kill it.
charged with
I think there are justified reasons to kill it, right? So I think that I can think something's immoral without thinking it needs to be illegal. But I can say there's justified reasons. Like if I'm like living in the woods and I need to eat and I see a rabbit, it's justified for me to kill that rabbit and eat it as food, right? Like, right? Because it's either my life or the rabbit's life. So I can there's some level of moral justification. And I think factory farming is probably something we should stop. But like on the whole, the way we kill animals for food is immoral because those animals are sentient and also having experiences.
Do you think stepping on a spider should be illegal and someone should be charged with a crime for that?
Do I think what?
Stepping on a spider
Stepping on a
should be
spider should be
illegal.
illegal and they should be charged with a
No,
crime for that.
I already said that something can be like slightly immoral, but not something that I view as like something that needs to be illegal. There's tons of things I think are probably like immoral or
Where do you draw the
unethical that
line
I
at?
don't think need to be legal.
Well, where do you draw the line at? How do you determine the line?
I would draw Yeah, it's pretty simply it would making it illegal lead to like a more beneficial or less beneficial society. And I think in a society in which like we're heavily tied into like farming and whatnot and agriculture, that making it illegal now to where we're going to jail anybody that eats meat is just like it's like an impractical thing. I'm not going to like do something that's like heavily impractical. Now, if we hit a point where like lab grown meat is at the level that we need it to be and we can completely subsist without animals, then yeah, at that point it probably would make more sense to make it illegal, because there is quite literally no reason to do so, but we're not there yet. So this would be an unreasonable and unpractical thing to put into play. It really shouldn't be that hard to understand, you know.
Okay. So
But are we just going to play like virtue
so then
signal
why do
Olympics,
you
or
value experience?
Apparently.
What?
why do I value experience? Because it's the only way anything can do anything. Without experiences, you aren't doing anything. You're a rock.
So does someone with more experience have more value than someone who has less experience?
No.
What does more or less? No, we just grant experience when the experience arises. There's no way to measure whether or not I have more experience than somebody else. It's not something that's not a
Like,
way
so
we
you
can
wouldn't say like
measure
a
things.
newborn is far less valuable than like a 60-year-old man.
No, they're both experiencing in like essentially the exact same way. There is no more or less
Well,
to their
why
experience.
do you, well, wait, so, well, obviously the older man has a lot more experience.
Oh, brother, I don't think you know what experience means when I'm using that word.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Well, define experience here.
The ability to
Is,
subjectively take in information from your sense organs and have your brain register that information, not just like I've lived and have memories of my life and stuff like that.
so if anyone ever loses the ability to, you know, say someone goes
The
brain
only
dead
time
for
humans,
not
the only
not
time, yeah,
permanently.
the only time humans lose brain death is permanent. There's no such thing as non-permanent brain death. The only time humans lose the ability to experience is through either pure brain death or regular body death. We don't lose the ability to experience any other way. Technically, you could argue that like there is some loss of sentience when you're put into a like anesthesia, but that's done voluntarily. So you sign like a,
Mhm.
a contract, like essentially a contract that says like I'm voluntarily going into this thing with the forethought knowledge that I will be brought out of this thing. So we would honor what the sentient experience wanted prior to the little gap in sentient experience. So an easy way to recognize it is we give moral what's the word I'm looking for? Not moral, not
Consideration.
yes, thank you. We give moral consideration the minute that experience begins. Or even before that, we kind of give it the minute the necessary parts of the brain are there that would operate it, and we don't
Mhm.
take it away until it's fully gone. Other than that, you just keep that moral um
Consideration.
consideration. You just keep that at the whole time. Like you don't lose it.
Yeah, because at least in most of our opinions, Jake, a fetus is an amoral being.
Okay. Um,
Mhm.
I don't know if you can hear them. Can you hear my siblings?
No.
No.
I just want to make sure y'all can't. Okay, good. Um, all right. So what if? Okay, hypothetically, in the future, right? We develop technology that allows someone to come out of brain death, right?
Hypothetically, a pregnant woman
Uh,
jumps out of a plane, and while she's jumping out of a plane with a parachute on her, she gives birth, and a drive-by happens as she lands. So, like, where in
Yeah,
the
it just
hypothetical do you want to go?
I just don't know why we're doing interviews. We're
well,
not gonna the only if we come
I
up
mean,
with
I
a
feel like
way to
that's a
bring
pretty
someone back
reasonable
from brain death,
hypothetical.
then we've come up with a way to bring people back to life. What
Yeah.
like what is Then it doesn't matter. Abortions don't matter at that point. Just once the fetus is out of the woman, bring it back to life.
Yep.
Like, brain death is the cease functioning of the brain.
Yeah, I think
You believe you believe that self-defense is a reasonable consideration for why someone would commit a murder and they can get off of it justifiably, correct?
yeah, self-defense is a reason
Yes.
to commit.
Fantastic.
I just
100%
think the
of
way
all
it
pregnancies,
qualifies.
Jake, 100% of all pregnancies are dangerous to the
What?
woman that is pregnant. 100% of all pregnancies are
Yeah, but
dangerous
that's with
100% of the
everything.
time to a woman that is pregnant. Ending a
Yeah, but
pregnancy,
technically anything is
termination of a
dangerous.
pregnancy is in self-defense. A woman's life becomes more in danger just by her being pregnant in her relationship with a partner. Violence against women increases when the
Yeah,
woman is pregnant. Her life is in danger. Every abortion
yeah,
is
it can be
conducted in a
dangerous.
method of self-defense.
It can be dangerous to leave. It can be dangerous to do anything. Really, it doesn't mean you can. Like, you have to have a reasonable level of danger.
I've already
19
explained
in
it to you.
100,000 is not a reasonable level of danger.
19 in
Yeah, I just responded.
100,000. Where'd you pull that
Yeah.
statistic out of your ass from?
That's what Google said. I don't remember the actual source
Hey,
itself. I can find it.
Hey, Jake, if you
Of
were to
course.
walk down an alley, right? And in the middle of that alley, right, there was a guy holding a knife. He's in the middle of this alley. He's holding a knife.
Yeah.
Let's say he's staring you in the face and he says, if you walk down the street, there is a percentage chance that I take this knife and I split you from your vagina to your anus. There's about a 20 to 30% chance I'm going to do this. Would you walk down that alley?
I personally probably wouldn't.
Pregnancy,
But
there's a 20
there's
to
also a
30%
huge
chance
number
when
of
someone
reasons.
gives
Firstly,
birth
the
that they
guy
get
could
a
just be
vaginal.
lying to your ass.
Wait.
There's
No, it's not a
okay.
lie. It's not a lie. There's a
Listen.
20 to
I'm
30%
responding.
chance you're gonna get a vaginus. There's no lie here.
Oh my God! Why did
Wait, what you?
a
I
vaginal
didn't say there was a
tear?
lie. I didn't say there was a lie. You guys might have misheard me. I never said there was a lie. But
You said, what if the guy is lying?
But with this, right? I didn't. Oh, no. I'm saying what the guys. Well, yeah, I'm saying in a real life scenario. But I'm actually I'm going to address the actual thing. I'm like, in a real life scenario, if I see a guy there with a knife, he's like, there's a 20% chance I'm going to slit you. I'm going to think, why isn't he just lying to my ass and gonna, just going to run at me 100% of the time and stab me to death?
Hey, Jake,
you know?
Jake, better
in
question.
this scenario, right?
Better
Say
question. Better
hypothetically,
question for you.
right? We keep it
Jake,
true.
Jake, better question.
Yeah.
Better question. How
Yeah,
would you
yeah.
feel if you didn't have
Yeah.
breakfast this morning?
Pretty disappointed.
So you can engage it with that hypothetical, but you can't engage with the hypothetical I laid out to you.
Well, I'm
you got
trying
anything
to.
else for
I was
Jake?
just pointing out in a real
No,
life
you're
Yeah,
not. You're changing the hypothetical.
let
That's
me-
not engaging with it.
I'm gonna try one thing with him.
No, I'm
Hey,
not. I'm trying to.
Jake.
Let me.
Well, no, I want to actually get back
I'm
to your
trying. So
legal
here's the
claim
thing.
and how you want to punish women for up to the 25 years to life.
Oh.
So you
me
agree
address
that
his first.
miscarriage? No, he said he's done with you, so he passed it over to me. There's no need to address what Jovan just said. So Jake,
All right, whatever.
you agree that miscarriage is accidental, correct? There's not on purpose.
Correct.
Correct. Awesome. How do you tell the difference on a woman's body whether they've had a miscarriage or an abortion?
How?
No, I'm asking you. You're the one that wants to punish
Oh,
women.
I don't know.
How do you tell the difference? Oh,
I don't know.
do you think there
I
is
don't
a
want
medical
to punish
difference
women. That's
between
the
you said that you
if I
believe that it
want to.
should be punished. You said at the beginning of this call, Jovan asked you,
Yeah,
if
that
you
doesn't mean
think
I want.
abortion is murder,
It's like me
how
saying
should it be punished?
murder
You
should be
said the
punished. Doesn't
same
mean I want.
charge as first degree. You said the same charge as first degree. So I'm asking you on a point
Yeah,
here with
but I don't
that,
want them. I don't want
how would
women
you
to
clear
commit
up the
abortion then get
difference?
God
punished. I want
damn,
them
How
to
would you
dude,
not
can
commit an
he's
you
so
abortion
let
then.
somebody finish talking?
It's impossible
My
for him.
God,
You
this is
guys
not
are
your
saying,
show,
you
bro.
guys,
Frey.
dude.
This ain't your show, dog.
Yeah, but you guys are saying
We're
like
the
you guys
hosts.
are
We
twisting
are
my
allowed
words and just
to,
moving right on and not letting me address
Hey.
it everywhere.
Jake.
I'm muting you.
Jake.
I'm muting him. I can't.
He's so annoying because I just like if you asked him and he said, yeah, abortion, a woman that has an abortion should be treated just like the capital charge of murder. So you said 25 to life, and he said, yeah, he would agree with that, right? So now I'm pressuring you, Jake, and it makes you feel uncomfortable, which is why you're just running at the mouth. How do you tell the difference between a miscarriage, right, which is considered a spontaneous abortion, and a medical abortion? I'll tell you, there is no difference on a woman's body between the two events occurring. You cannot test for mifepristone or mifepristol in a woman's blood. It is fast acting. By the time that abortion would be finished, it's cleared her entire system, so it is no longer detectable. You could make an assumption, maybe by doing a vaginal exam, but you could also say at the same time that as a result of the vaginal exam, what it looks like inside there is that the body evacuated the fetus naturally through miscarriage. There are no signs medically on a woman's body. So when you're advocating for punishing women for obtaining like an abortion, which you did, then you are advocating for putting women that have had miscarriages in jail, putting women on trial for one of the hardest times in their life because they can't prove that they didn't intentionally terminate their pregnancy. Now, Jake, I have one last question for you. And I like right now you're muted. I'm going to ask it before I hit unmute, and then you'll hear beep and you're off mute. Jake, when was the last time that you touched a woman's vagina that was not your mother's?
You're just not gonna let me address the other thing?
Bye. I don't know where I came up with that question, but I decided that it was like my best ending question for men and their opinions on abortion. You're muted, Jovan.
Oh, Jake was very annoying.
So annoying.
It annoys me. He's like, I want to have the legal argument. Why would I have the legal argument?
I'm okay with the legal argument. They can't even justify it that way.
No, I'm not, because if I don't think it's wrong, why should, like, in order for me to say this should be illegal, you need to prove to me that it should be wrong. Like, I don't give a shit if I don't care whether you're like, well, this is bad because it's illegal. What? So then I make it, your whole argument falls if I just get enough people to vote it legal. I think it's a silly argument.
Yeah, no, I agree, but they actually can't even. I don't mind the legal one because they can't actually provide how it fits into the legal definition of abortion and malice aforethought.
Well, I would argue that it can fit into malice aforethought because, like,
I always say it wrong.
All criminal law says is that you have to have an intent to kill. So if your intent is to get an abortion, right?
Shh, don't educate
They
them.
would consider. Well, I'm not going to let you slide.
John. I know. I'm saying don't educate them. But it's not really killing because we haven't granted it moral consideration. So
Anyway, What's the phone number again? 336-543-2101. If you want to debate, that's the number to call in.
No.
We got nobody on the lines, guys. It's just us.
Yeah.
It's me. Hi. The problem is me. Yeah, but Fiona, if you go, the intent has to have malice, then they can just say, well, then it's manslaughter. And we're right back.
That's true. Or
We're
it
right
becomes
thing.
circular. Yeah.
Well, so like,
That is
guys,
also true.
I just think it's you know, I just would rather just if somebody asked me to define a murder, I would just say it's an unjustified
Hi,
killing.
Granny.
If you can justify it, it's not murder. Right? Like personally, I think a slave killing their slaver, that ain't murder. That's justified.
No, I would agree with that one.
A woman killing her kidnapper, that's not murder.
You did it to
How
escape.
many words can I say to piss off the YouTube algorithm?
Ooh, I know. Hey guys, since I'm gonna do my best MAGA impersonation real quick, and y'all hate this voice, but it's my best Southern MAGA. The economy is great, and we're the hottest country in the world because Donald Trump told me so, and he deserves all the credit.
Did Alex Jones just walk into the
Is that what he sounds
studio?
like?
Yes.
That's just the best, like,
Have you
deepest voice.
Have you never listened to Alex Jones before?
I think I've heard it once.
Fluoride
I think I've heard him
on
once.
frog day.
Oh, he's the one that said that.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, I don't pay attention to a lot of right wing pundits. But I love that The Onion.
Are we gonna, for real, on a Tuesday evening show, have 2 calls, chat? What's the like situation sitting at right now, y'all? What are the
Last
likes
I
sitting at?
checked, 268.
268?
Oh no, it's 442. I hit refresh.
Even 442. Y'all oops. Y'all haven't even gotten to half the
Yeah,
amount of
there's
likes as
1,200
people watching.
That's insane. What are y'all doing, actually?
So disappointed, chat. I am our disappoint. I am our disappoint. You am our disappoint me. You am our be disappointing. Ari sounded more like Tim Heidecker's Alex Jones impression. Man, what Tim Heidecker has done to InfoWars is incredible.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I can see that. But guys, it's honestly just like I truly barely knew who Alex Jones was for the longest time, and I've never listened to the man either. So me doing that, it's as deep as I can get my voice. So I'll just be like, I love Donald Trump and I married my sister. That's probably
what's
Alex
so
Jones.
funny to me? I love when people in the chat are like, y'all have actors call in when you know how they could easily verify that we don't do that? They could call in and then they would immediately get on air and could realize that we'll talk to anybody that calls.
Exactly. That's very true.
You think I got the money to pay fucking call actors?
No, they assume that when they say that, I'm just like, oh, you think I got that kind of capital? You wish. I wish I had that kind of capital. If I had that kind of capital, I wouldn't be doing this shit. I wouldn't be trying to pay people to come up here. But okay, so MAGA, because I know you're in there somewhere in the chats. I want to challenge you this. So the economy is great. We're doing great. Everything is owed to Donald Trump, right? Donald Trump gets all of the credit. But when we point out something is not great about the economy, like inflation, well, then that's Joe Biden's fault. And it's not because Donald Trump implemented tariffs. It's not because he started an illegal war with Iran. It's none of these things. So is the economy great and thank God for Donald Trump, or is it bad and it's all Biden's fault? Can you guys come together on the messaging? Yeah, Joe Byron. Can you guys just let that man enjoy his ice cream in peace?
Bing bong.
Yeah, it would be such a concept to let that happen.
Personally, I think Joe Biden should be in prison, but that's just me, I guess. But I get it.
Yeah,
I'm with
I don't
all my
disagree.
woke stuff.
No, I don't disagree. Did you see? I might have to send you this video. So I found this video about literally Orthodox Jews, Jewish people in the United States of America protesting against Israel and what's happening in Gaza. And a Zionist, American, unorthodox Jew is yelling at them that you're not Jewish.
Oh my god.
It was I was literally like glued to it, like, how is this going to end? She's literally crying in tears. You want to guess what color her hair was?
Was it blue?
No. Why would it be blue? She was a Zionist.
Oh, I don't know. What color is her hair?
Blonde. Did you guys know that blonde hair is a result of inbreeding? Yeah.
That seems like something that's not true.
I don't know. I blame my friend Queen.
I'm looking this up right now. Is blonde hair a result of inbreeding? No.
I'm gonna get on Queen for telling me something.
You're just out here dropping misinformation left and right.
Yeah. Like kumbaya.
Kumbaya's Lion King really just broke me, bro. What do you mean? We got some call screening, so we're gonna see about those for a second. Ari, are you okay tonight? Do you need
I'm
a
just here
moment?
to make people laugh, okay?
Okay, fair enough, G. Fair
That's
enough,
what I'm
G.
here, apparently, is I'm here for the laughs.
Fair enough,
Yeah.
G. Oh God and everything.
That's
Yo,
why.
I want to talk to some fucking Christians, bro.
Oh gosh.
Call
Not
me
with
if
their
you're
bullshit.
call me a computer.
Are you a MAGA Christian?
Pull up a question.
The Christians. Oh yeah, we talked to theists too. Oh, now the thing is working.
What's working?
Oh, the session for calling in now. It was like
Yeah,
the YouTube chat
there's been
was.
some weird not even just that, there's been some weird stuff with some of the callers showing up that aren't actually, like, there's a call right now in the thing that's not actually there on Call in Studio. So there's been
I saw
a
that.
few
It's so
there's been a
weird.
few hiccups. It's all right. It's a work in
Something with the
progress.
coding. Yeah.
Progress.
That's not a word.
Progress.
I don't know. Okay, so I just saw Luthien's chat. I don't know if I've ever heard Jimmy ask someone when the last time they touched a vagina was.
He's definitely done that.
I don't know if I've ever heard him say that, but yeah, I might have. I don't know.
I would ask them when the last time they sucked a mean fat penis is.
That's funny too.
I've heard that it mellows you out. I can't confirm nor deny. I think I'm just gonna lean in to every day allowing my internet persona sexuality to be whatever the fuck a caller wants it to be.
I mean, that's valid.
Who knows what I am? Who knows what makes me wiggle down there at this point?
Sounds very Jimmy. Listen, guys, if Jimmy did it, I'm still gonna say it was me because he's a
What's
man.
he gonna do?
So.
Take it from a woman? Yeah.
Yeah.
That darn damn James Snow.
Hashtag go fuck yourself, Jimmy. Come on. Why would y'all want to
But
point that out?
also, well, also, I just want to be. There's no way Jimmy's the first person on the internet to ask that question. Just gonna
No.
throw that out there. Just gonna be that guy, you know. Ari Jones. That's funny.
What? That has bad
Um,
connotations. I don't agree with that.
Waiting to see if we get one of these calls to screen. And guys, 336-543-2101. Come on, pick that phone up. Give us some debates. Come on. Do debates. Come on, do debates. Come on, do debates. Come on, do debates. You got it.
I know you guys can do it. Defend your man. Has Alyssa said it before? Maybe. I love Alyssa. How is this one also not in? What the hell is happening?
Huh?
Someone else just popped up as in not in call-in studio.
Yeah. Let me. Okay. This is what is go. Oh, okay. No, I see what happened. It just didn't update yet.
Oh,
Okay.
it's just well, so weird.
Yo. Okay. All right. We'll bring. What is this? What? I don't.
Emmanuel, North Carolina.
You can. You go ahead. You do the honors.
Oh, okay. Hi,
This one's just.
Emmanuel. You're on the line with Jovan and Ari. How are you?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
That was the most
Okay.
I don't give a answer to a call I've ever heard, bro. What's up, Emmanuel? You're a him from North Carolina, and you're gonna tell us that both sides have problems. What problems do the left have?
What problems do the left have? The left
Okay, do we
also
want too many
I
human
start off with
rights
the
or
right, the conservatives, human rights.
What?
The
What
human
about
rights we
human?
have as far as voting, like as far as voting and like as far as like being able to work wherever we want to, make as much money as we can. But we already
dog
have those rights.
voting?
We already have those privileges.
Friend, voting is not a human
So,
right. Just
but the
FYI,
left, I think, but it's a right though.
it's a
It's
constitutional
a
right.
right
Yeah.
though. It's a privilege, as
Yeah.
I say. It's a privilege. It's a privilege.
It's not a privilege. It's a right granted by our constitution. Like it's not a privilege.
The reason why I say that is because you can lose the right to vote if you're a
Yeah,
convicted
if you
felon.
break the law. And I
Exactly.
disagree with that anyways. I don't see why felons should have their right to vote taken away. And it's not even in all states that that occurs in. Like, New York gives it
That
back
is
to you
true.
after you served your sentence. North Carolina gives it back to you after you've served your sentence and you're no longer on
That
parole.
is true. That
Yeah,
is true.
so that's not true. So not a
I
privilege, it's
didn't
a
say it was in all
constitutional
states
right.
though.
Yeah, so not a privilege, a constitutional
But like
right.
I said, you can lose that right. You can lose that right.
What rights are the left taking away from you?
What rights are the left taken away?
Yeah.
Is that what you asked?
Yep.
Freedom of speech.
How
And that's on both sides. Because
how has the
you can't
left
say
taken
certain
away your
things as
freedom
a
of speech?
conservative, and you can't say certain things as a liberal. Hold on, you can't say certain things as a liberal
Hey,
about a
hold
conservative.
on. Yeah,
We
yeah,
don't even
okay,
really have
hold
freedom
on.
of speech. Freedom of speech is a comes with a cost.
Yeah, Emmanuel, what are the first 5 words of the First Amendment? Even if you know the very first word of the First Amendment, that'll suffice.
I don't have it in front of me right now.
Oh, okay. Congress shall make no law. Now, so originally when the framers drafted the Constitution, it was specific to Congress, couldn't, make a specific law that was limiting your right to free speech or declaring a national religion. That was expanded on in 1925 by the United States Supreme Court to mean all parts of the federal government and all parts of state and local governments. So, can you point me to a democratically elected member of the Democratic caucus that is currently in office or previously in office that limited your freedom of speech, and how did they do it? or try to take it away, you know?
So so when Joe Biden was in office for those 4 years, right?
What about Biden?
What about
I mean, you said
Biden?
left. You said left, right? So I'm
Joe
being
Yeah.
fair.
Biden's not left.
I'm being fair. So I'm just going
Well,
recent
I said
times.
democratically elected Democrat, so I'll give him that.
Sure.
I
That's
used too
him.
many words.
How did Joe Biden take your freedom of speech?
There was cases and there was evidence of Joe Biden and his administration and his influence when it came to like certain I guess influencers as far as like
Influencers?
having people banned off of certain platforms, having people, you know
How
what
did
I'm
Joe
saying,
Biden get banned off a platform?
And then also,
educate
what's the case?
all,
Oh,
all
cool.
these red
What's the
pill
case
manosphere guys.
number? Yeah. Did they win in court?
Did he say Andrew Tate?
Yeah, he did. I hope you're not a Tate
Andrew
follower.
Tate's not American.
Oh, and
How does
also,
he doesn't even live in the U.S. How would freedom of
technically he is
speech?
American. Matter of fact,
No,
he
he's
just
not.
got extradited, so that proves my point even more because of the
Wait,
things
so
he's
then he's
seen
not
and
American because
influence.
he got extradited.
Well, he is an American citizen because he was born here, but he grew up in England. And he lived in Romania for many years, so he's got dual citizenship.
I'm pretty sure Andrew Tate does not
He
have
got
U.S.
triple citizenship
citizenship.
actually.
he
He
is a
got
U.S.
triple.
Why
citizen.
do you
Yeah.
know so much about
No,
Andrew
he-
Tate?
It is weird.
Because who doesn't know anything about educate? Because everybody knows the story.
No, but why do
He's
you
an
know
interesting person.
so much about him?
What?
I just know that he's a U.S. citizen because he was born here.
What the fuck is happening?
His father's American. His father's a black man. His father's American. He
Okay.
served his country. Yeah, so that's
Well,
and
maybe
who's
we'll,
allegedly
maybe we'll do the right thing and get rid of the citizenship for the sex trafficker.
Well, he's not a. Well, I don't even know about. Now, I'm not gonna say he's guilty or innocent.
He was
I
born
don't
in
hold that place.
Washington, D.C. So,
Boom.
yeah,
Okay.
he's an American citizen.
Well, we let a lot of sex perverts into D.C. then, huh?
Apparently. I mean, they work for us, and some of them work for us in Congress. Anyways,
I mean,
so Emmanuel, I'm waiting to know who won their court case against the Biden administration on a First Amendment case.
Nobody.
Oh, interesting.
Nobody won because they didn't go to court. They didn't need to go to court.
No, that's not how that works.
Because they can just ban you.
In order
just
to
ban
have
you to
been
influence,
found,
and they can just ban you based off influence.
no, Emmanuel. In order to have been found in violation of the freedom of speech clause within the First Amendment, it has to have been determined in a court of law because that's how our system of government works, right? You're just simply making an accusation that is unproven. And if you said people sued and they lost in court, because I asked you who won. So that means that he didn't violate anyone's First Amendment rights because they were dismissed or they were found to have been, if it was criminal, be not guilty. But they were unsubstantiated. So no violation of the First Amendment. Got it. Who else do you have to pull out of your hat for First Amendment violations that's a member of the Democratic caucus?
Nobody currently.
Nobody currently. Okay. So we can mark that off your list that the left is not trying to take away your freedom of speech. What other rights are they trying to take away from you?
Well, okay, so I was gonna say something else, but that has nothing to do with me personally. That has nothing to do with me biologically, so I might as well go there. I was gonna say something, but it was beyond me. I was gonna say something else. It has something to do with medical stuff, but it's nothing. I was gonna bring abortion, but that has nothing to do with me. So, and
Was he going to bring up the argument that I think he was going to bring up, Jovan? What do you think the odds
are? Ask him.
Were you going to try to bring?
Oh, he's gone.
Oh, he ran
He's
away?
gone.
God fucking.
He left.
I mean, that's probably better. I didn't want to hear the whole, they're killing all of these babies.
I'm sorry. Luthien, can we just remind people of the Patreon tomorrow and then pull the plug? What has happened tonight? I might be crashing out. Loki.
It's so insane. It's
What
so
is
bad.
going on?
Also, guys, where are all the super chats? You guys normally send a lot more. I love you
They're
though.
mad at me for starting the stream late.
I mean,
they're mad at the crazy.
That's just so
I'm
insane.
so confused tonight. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I don't know where I am. I don't know who you guys are. Who are you people?
Like, I would ask if y'all are okay, but I mean, I know the answer is no. I'm also like, I'm so tired of abortion arguments with 18-year-olds that don't know anything about a woman's anatomy.
I'm genuinely cooked.
I'm just
Today has been
rehashing
such
that
a
one.
wild stream. We have somebody else calling in right now.
Really?
No, we
Is it
don't.
just...
No, we don't.
Yeah, I was
Never
gonna say
mind.
it's not updating.
Dude,
I was like,
is
really?
Call-In Studio broken today?
It wouldn't surprise me.
It keeps telling me something different than what the tool is telling me. What? Somebody help us.
Hey,
I
Nicklin.
think they're just calling and hanging up.
Oh, they're just being assholes. Well, so Jesse says, see you next Tuesday. And joke's on y'all because the people you will see next Tuesday are going to be Jimmy and Jovan because they have a MAGA debate.
We do? Yeah,
That's
we
what
do.
I was told. I was going to say, that's
No,
what I was told.
no,
Don't
we
confuse
do.
me. Don't
We do.
confuse me.
I'm just fucking with you. We do.
Okay. I would love to do one of those. It's with, who
So
is it
tell
with? It's
him.
not the emo chick, right?
No, it's with the dude that called us the F slur and shit and Jimmy in a Discord call. It was fucking, it's dumb. It's gonna be a fucking bloodbath. These two don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Shit. Man, I messaged him one person's profile on TikTok to message. I know she reads her message requests, but I don't
Who
think
was it?
he ever did. Millie Shushies.
I'm not debating Millie. I've done it already. She's so fucking annoying.
She's
She's
okay.
one of the most bad faith people I've seen on the fucking app.
She's so pedantic. Like she would it would be a battle of pedantry, and that's why I think I would enjoy it.
Jimmy can do that one with you.
That's fine.
I'm not debating that fucking person
she also
again.
feels like she's cooked carbon because she agreed with the 1996 New York definition of abortion, or sorry, not abortion, of rape, which meant that men couldn't be victims of rape. So it's like, yeah, you're just a shitty person because it just suited your narrative.
She is one of those like armchair researchers.
Yep.
Who doesn't even know what she's reading when she's reading something.
Nope.
And it's so fucking frustrating. And yeah. I hate people that are like that and then have this holier than thou attitude. So when you try to correct them, like, hey, no, this is actually what this says. They treat it like they have to educate you. And I'm like, fuck off. Back off. Why are people calling and hanging up, bro? Luthien, can we
just close the lines? It's fine.
I don't know what is happening right now. I'm losing my mind.
That last caller was just wondering basically why you guys think Biden should be in prison.
He's a war criminal.
Gaza.
Next. That's not even counting all the fucking drone strikes in Syria.
Yeah, there's that too. But like the simplest answer that you guys can is funding Israel. Like boom, bam, shebang, shabatam. But no, I think the funniest part is, okay, so I'm gonna stay on this for just a half a second longer. She thinks she gets to wear her husband's military service as her own. And there's literally a stream that she went on, and it was like one of her first streams on YouTube that she marked as unlisted because she gave too much information that could get him in trouble and be subject to a court martial. That's why you don't tell your spouse
my
this
God.
thing.
My God.
Because that's how
We have-
dumb she is.
We have 30 more minutes of this chat. I'm so cooked.
30 more minutes?
Yeah, don't we?
Ugh.
Don't we end in 30 minutes?
I mean, I'm good either way. I was reading some of these super chats.
Huh? Don't you have a hard out in 30 minutes?
Yeah. I was saying, like,
Okay.
if we ended early.
No. We have
Oh.
people calling in, so that's fine. I was just confused because you're like, I'm good either way. Like you could keep going. I'm like, wait. Do we not? You had
let me
me
see.
second guessing the 30-minute thing.
I mean, technically, I have at least up to an hour. So
No. You have 30 minutes. Don't do this to me.
Jovan now has a hard out in 30 minutes. This is what we have learned.
I'm just cooked. I don't know what's going on today.
Nothing wrong with that, man.
It's making me crash out, dude.
Dude, there is zero things wrong with that. Like, you told us a little bit about your day. You did a lot.
Oh my God, we have another both sides. Okay, take it. Go ahead,
Okay.
Ari.
I'm going to do it the same way. So if you want to laugh, you're welcome to laugh, okay? Hi, Michael. You're
Hello?
on air on the line with Jovan and Ari. How are you?
Living my best life. That's about all.
Okay, living your
So-
best life. Okay. So what do you want to
Yeah.
add to the conversation?
That the both sides argument is absolutely valid and needs to be addressed.
Okay, so you would agree with the statement both sides are bad?
Oh, absolutely.
Bad for who?
Everyone.
So I'm going to give you an example, okay?
Sure.
The right is bad for every single individual within the United States that is not a white, cisgendered, heterosexual Christian man. Who is the left bad for? I don't want everybody that's not specific. If you want me to go down the list and the specifics for who the right is bad for, I absolutely will. By who I mean that everyone's not cisgendered and white. Who is the left bad for?
Their constituents.
And who are those people? I need you to be specific. That's still a vague answer. Here, I'll give you an
I
example.
would say
White
go ahead.
women, they're
Go ahead.
bad. The right is bad for white women. The right is bad for Black women. The right is bad for Hispanic, Latino, Asian, Pacific Islander, Alaskan Islander, Indigenous people. They're also bad for Black men and men on all of those spectrums that I listed. They're also bad for LGBTQIA presenting people, everyone that falls under that. That's why I said specifically cisgendered, and anyone that is not a Christian. So I gave you very specifics, very specific. Now, please tell me who the left is and be specific.
Everyone you just said.
How so? Because I can go after
How are they
specific
bad?
policies that the right is
Sure.
bad for these people. So the rolling back of DEIA negatively impacts white women. It also negatively impacts anyone that is not a white man. So specifically, right, we saw that based off of studies, the number one person that achieved the most benefits or received the most benefits from DIA policies were white women. That's been studied. We rolled back the Civil Rights Voting Act, which then has resulted in racial gerrymandering in states like Louisiana, Alabama, and Texas with the Calais decision. Right, and I've seen the maps. They are absolutely racially gerrymandered. Oh, let's not forget Tennessee. Florida also utilized the Calais decision to literally violate their state constitution with their gerrymander. But the Florida Supreme Court is so fucking feckless and spineless that they're like, oh, no, it's okay. No problem. So specific example of how the left is bad for any of the people that I mentioned?
Because they don't fight hard enough to actually win.
How does that make them bad? And by what way have they not fought hard enough?
Because one side is obviously evil
and the other side somehow finds ways to lose to them.
Okay. So how is it the fault of the loser? Or wait, so hold on. So the
I'm
losers
gonna
are at
crash the
fault.
fuck out. I'm gonna crash the fuck out.
I mean, if you need to jump in at any time, you just let me know. I was enjoying the sock puppets out of the corner of my eye. How is the loser at fault? Because the winner won. So if you're saying that the loser is at fault because they lost, are you saying that it's the indigenous people's fault that they were colonized in the United States of America?
I'm saying that one side is obviously every horrible thing that you've said so far, and the left doesn't care if they win or lose when it comes to the Democrats in power. They actually need the Republicans in order to stay in the power that they have.
Okay, so the left
Wait, real
is
question. Hold on.
Go ahead.
I just wanna
Sure.
Michael, do you think, I don't know about Ari at least, but do you think I'm a Democrat?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
No, definitely not a Democrat here.
So I don't understand.
I'm not either, and that's the whole thing.
So
is
what's the debate?
I would like to. Oh, go ahead. What's the debate?
Well, I'm just
That the left
yeah.
makes it so that the Republicans, who are obviously a very flawed party and
just
a
one more
very bad
clarification
party.
here. Just one more
Go
clarification
ahead.
here. Do you think the Democrats are left?
No, they are not.
Okay, so if we're talking left versus right, why
But
would
it's
I be
all
talking
you got.
Democrats versus Republicans?
Right, because I've been asking
It's all
about the
you.
left
It's
the
all you
entire
got.
time. No, it's not. We have
It's all
two
you
right
got.
parties. Just one is further right and one is centrist right. Debatable.
And that's
but
very, very, very bad. But that's all you
yeah.
have. That's
Let's
very
see. You're in New
disappointing,
York.
don't you think?
What district in New York are you in for your congressional house district?
I'm in Monroe County. So that's Rochester, New York.
Okay. So no, that would take you out of the running for any of the DSA candidates that were endorsed by Mamdani and won their
No, we
that
don't
was
do
all in New
anything in
York
the
City.
boroughs, unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah, isn't Rochester pretty red?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So what are you doing locally to support progressive candidates that would be further left than the Democratic Party, who is arguably just centrist moderates?
When there is anything that I could vote for locally, when it goes to anything on the left side, I do vote for them.
You don't canvass or phone bank for any potential progressive candidates? You don't get yourself
I don't have
involved
the
with your local
resources
DSA?
to do that. I wish I could, but I don't have the time and the resources to do anything like that, unfortunately. I would love to start doing it. If you could, understand my situation. I work so much that I just really can't afford to do anything but work.
I just don't understand what we're. It doesn't matter.
I really wanted to dig into the both sides are bad, but we've established that one side is bad and the other one just can't win, which is somehow their fault. Which doesn't make them bad.
Well, it is bad that they can't win. Do you Well, I would consider that does make them bad because if you are
the cheating
go ahead.
fascists, I don't know.
Why are we losing the cheating fascists? Is the question. I would say that you lose on the front of ideas because people who are in the middle don't care about a lot of the issues that you hold.
Even according to a Fox News poll, Democrats are outpacing Republicans on every issue except for the war in Iran and one other thing. How safe they feel. They're losing on immigration. They're losing on healthcare. They're losing on every social issue that was drummed up by the Republican Party in 2024.
And you lost eggs and gas, essentially, from the middle.
Right,
that's
because people didn't
problem.
go out and vote. Because people didn't go out and vote. We have
I
about
agree.
9 million people that are registered to vote in this country that don't go out and vote every single election. And part of the issue for why they don't go out and vote, and I'm not blaming you, but it's the rhetoric that people say that either both sides are bad or that, oh, you live in Texas, so your vote's not going to matter, even though Texas has more registered Democrats and they have registered Republicans on their what's the word? On their rosters.
There you
But
go.
they don't go out and vote
The
because they've been
census?
told
Is that what you mean? Okay.
rosters works.
Okay.
Because the census, I don't think shows left or right. It just depends on what they do.
I agree with you, and it is a shame that not enough people voted. But you got to make people want to, and I think that you kind of dropped the ball on your side on doing that.
Roles, thank you. Yeah. On my side would be scrapping away from a two-party system in general and then
I
dismantling
would love
capitalism.
that.
So,
Oh my God.
yeah, except, Michael, the only way that you're going to achieve that system is by actively voting to get rid of, like, you're going to have to vote in candidates that actually campaign on overturning Citizens United, overturning the recent court ruling with, gosh, what was the name of it? Something versus the RNC that allows corporate monies, or sorry, the RNC and the DNC to pour untold amount of money into local campaigns so that they're on the same side, right? On the same page. Yeah, we'll say that.
Okay. Who was
So
that?
the only way you're going to do that is by voting in people after you've read what their campaign is about. Did you vote in your primaries that happened in June?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe that.
Did you research?
Yeah.
Did you research your candidates before you voted?
I had a very limited pool, as in they only had the two major parties and maybe like one or two offshoots.
You're not going to win by voting third party. You're not going to change the system by voting third party. When I'm talking about progressives, you have to look at somebody that's running on a you have to look at somebody that's running on a progressive campaign under one of the two main party tickets. You're not going to win with a third party until Citizens United is overturned. The recent RNC decision is overturned by the United States Supreme Court. We also have to look at changing the debate rules for presidential debates, because until that's changed, we're never going to know what fucking Chase Oliver or Cornell, I always forget his last name, Cornell West, or Jill Stein actually stand for going back and forth. No, I'm just saying.
This was with Jill Stein, and I believe it was.
Did you vote for Jill Stein?
No, I did not. I voted for Kamala. I did that for a couple of years, hoping that it would do anything, and it did not. So, I understand completely what you're saying about the third party isn't going to do anything. A third party isn't going to do anything because the thing about the third party is both sides are going to tell you you're going to waste your vote if you vote for the third party. So we will never get a legitimate third party.
That's not it. They don't have the money to raise. There's so much more. They are limited by what they can receive in campaign finance dollars and who they can receive it from, because they're not really a federally recognized platform, unlike the RNC and the DNC, because those are literally basically corporations, right? Like there's so much more that goes into it, and they won't even be heard on a presidential debate stage unless they're polling at high numbers, because they're not a main party ticket. There's so much more that you have to change. It's not just about people tell them that it's not going to work. No, it's because we split. If you vote for a third party, we split our vote between all of the third party candidates, just hoping that maybe they can touch some of the federal funding that the main party candidates actually get at every election cycle, but they won't, because they're just like, oh, well, if I vote for the Green Party this time, maybe we'll have a chance of them reaching that 5% of the vote total. They reach,
I believe it was
less than No, they achieved so much less. They achieved
Funny
less than
thing, I
1%
was
of the vote
actually able to
between all
vote the
three.
first time that Ross Perot was actually part of the vote. That was my actually first voting experience. And it never happened since. But in this case, I agree with you fully. Lots of things need to change in order for, I would say, the presidential election in general to go back to any sort of relevancy. I would say they need to establish. I think it was Jill Stein and was it Gary Johnson that in the 2020 election cycle tried to get third-party representatives on the main stage, and they
Joe
turned
Jorgensen
them
was on the
down.
ballot. It wasn't Jill Stein in 2020.
Was it 2016?
It was Joe Jorgensen.
Okay, because they had went to the
Also,
Supreme
Jill
Court and said we
Stein
want
is
to
a
change.
Russian
Go ahead.
hack. So. No, I was just saying that Jill Stein is just somebody that's influenced by the Russian propaganda. So I don't
I have
really.
heard that. I have heard that.
Yeah, I don't really care about her much.
Well, like if they went in there, the Supreme Court, they tried to get the Supreme Court to add more representatives to the presidential election, and they turned it down very, but very hard. So
Right.
I think that is a
Supreme Court's
pretty
not in charge of
clear sign that both the Republicans and the Democrats don't really want you to have more choices.
No, the Supreme Court's not in charge of the presidential debate rules. That's not a Supreme Court decision. That's not a constitutional decision. There are
What was
reasons why the Supreme
what did
Court
they
won't hear them.
then who was it that turned down the motion? Was it Congress then?
No, the Supreme Court will deny certs on cases
Okay.
if they don't believe that it fits a necessary constitutional question.
So they just kind of like gave it no credence, is what you're telling me, for the most part.
Yep.
That's unfortunate. I think that we are never going to change the way that the dynamic works in America until the very basis of how presidential elections are granted to the public. I actually think that we're not going to have more than one or two debates anymore after what I've seen for the past 8 to 16 years. Trump only had one with Kamala. And then there was the vice presidential election debate. And that was it. Before that,
Yep.
I think they had two.
It's not governed in any type of way. There's no oversight that's required for the presidential debates. Well, Michael, make sure you vote in your November election. Focus on when your early voting starts in New York. I have no idea when that is. Research your candidates. Make sure you are voting for a progressive. Do not vote third party. It's useless. But thanks for calling. And I hope
agree.
you have a good night.
I am. All right. Well, I hope somebody out there feels our pain.
Oh, we do.
And
thank you.
Okay. Take care.
Yes, I'm sure. Hang up. Somebody asked, like, how do you get involved? So, guys, you can get involved with any candidate across the country that you politically align with to phone bank. You just go to their website. Almost all of them have things like, how do I get involved? How can I help? And you can just sign up. You can reach out to somebody. And if you need to, what I would really encourage you guys to do if you want to get involved in your local politics is look up where your closest either city hall or your county, like your commissioners, are at. Find where that's at. Go to some meetings. Listen, learn, say words. There's a bunch of things. Actually, like my council, my commissioners meeting happens about 2 miles down the street from my house. So.
Word.
This last one. Do you want to
What
speed
do we
run it?
got? Oh, I can speed
Something
run this.
dumb.
I can speed run this in 2 seconds.
Bet.
Bjorn, a liberal from Utah. Bjorn, you're on the line with Jovan and Ari. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm great. How are you guys? Can you hear me?
Yeah, are you using a voice changer?
Oh, no, this is how I sound.
Crazy.
I can make my voice deeper if you want me to.
No.
Ew.
All right.
It's fine. Bjorn, you had a question about trans athletes. What was it?
Yes. So, before I immediately go into it, I do need to throw it out there just because I am a little paranoid about getting accused of being a transphobe and things along those lines. I've been a supporter of the trans community pretty much my whole life, but I have been pretty conflicted on this topic. Just I've been doing a bit of reading, and it seems like there's some evidence that there aren't many advantages, and then there's some evidence showing that there are advantages that just never go away. Even if they receive HRT, there's still a lot of advantages there. And if that's true, why should we think that's equivalent to the normal differences you see between, let's say, a larger man versus a smaller man in a sport?
Let me just ask you I can ask you a very simple question. Let's run a hypothetical with me. Say there was a cisgender woman who was playing basketball and had the exact same build and advantages that LeBron James had. Would you allow her to compete in the WNBA?
I would like to say yes.
Yeah, well then the advantage isn't what actually matters here. It doesn't matter what the advantage is.
Right.
Because if a cisgender woman had those same advantages, you would let them still do the same thing. So it doesn't matter if a trans person has the advantage or not. The advantage isn't actually, because if the advantage was the thing that's the issue, ban the advantage, not the player.
Okay, so how else can I put it? Okay, so I guess if every natural advantage should just simply be expected, what's the original purpose of having, let's say, men's and women's categories? What's the purpose of those in the first place?
I mean, typically it was because men and women didn't want to play together because of yucky Puritan nonsense, Wasn't really because they wanted to protect women from losing or anything like that.
Okay.
Because if that was the case, they wouldn't ban. Jesus Christ, I keep losing at this game. Sorry. If that was the case, they wouldn't have tried to ban women trans women from women's chess. Right? That has nothing to do with advantage.
Sure.
They don't care about the advantage. It's just a way to hurt trans people further.
All right. Yeah, I guess so. There are those, right? There's conflicting studies that I read into, but I'm assuming you've already read into them. I know you're very well read on these topics, definitely more so than I am.
Yeah, the most recent study I read showed that there really is not any major advantage held after 2 to 3 years of HRT. So
okay.
So again, I don't care if there is. Even if there was, I wouldn't care. But if the advantage is your issue, ban the advantage. You say a person with this amount of muscle mass can't compete, or a person with this amount of bone density, or a person with this much testosterone. Ban that. Don't ban the player.
Right. Okay.
Weight classes they have for boxing.
I was just about to ask about that, but I don't know. I do think just there's personal experience in it too, but I know that's not how evidence works. So I'm just gonna kind of ignore that bit there. I know that has kind of influenced my views too. Because again, I don't want it to come off like I don't want trans people to play sports with, their gender, with their gender that they identify with. Right? Without having read into it more, I wouldn't see it as a huge issue. Even like you said before, having some advantages really isn't a big issue to me either. I guess it would be how big, I guess, could the advantages be before it becomes a problem? Like, I don't know really how else to word it.
Well, I mean, I don't think it can be a problem unless if it's a problem, then again, you have to ban the advantage outright. You don't just wait for someone to show up. You say that a person who has this amount of whatever can't compete. And that's all people, but you are going to run into issues where there are cisgender athletes who you will be barring from these competitions.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I had a few, I guess, studies that I looked through. I mean, it sounds like these differences really aren't that significant now that I'm looking more into it.
No, they're not at all.
Yeah, I guess calling in, I had it in my mind that there was that the advantage is the issue, but yeah, it doesn't look like it's anything really significant. So I can concede that my understanding on that's a little off. And I understand as well the way South Park kind of portrayed it with Randy Savage, right? I know that's not how it works at all, but the concern was just it was still there because I had read, they still maintain a fair amount.
I don't remember that episode, but wasn't the whole bit in that episode that like Randy Savage was actually trans and like people didn't wasn't the whole bit that he did actually want to be a woman?
I can't quite remember that much. It's been a while since I've seen that episode.
I haven't watched that episode in a bit.
I don't even know what we're talking about. So
just South Park episode. Correctly.
Oh, you said it's a South Park episode?
Yeah, I'm remember there was something with it. I just don't remember the.
That's why I don't remember it. I'm not good at South Park.
It was when trans athletes were a bit more of a hot topic. I think like 2020-ish.
Either way, we're about out of time. So at the end of the day, the day's got to end.
Thanks for joining.
All right. Well, I appreciate that. And yeah, I'm not like messing around with a voice change or anything. Like if you met me in person, this is how I sound. I don't know what else to do about it. This is just how we all sound in my family. So.
Oh, that's
W voice.
W voice.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, people assume man, you've got to be like 7 feet tall. I'm like 5'10".
Damn.
Slightly above average.
Yeah, just some white boy in the middle of Utah. That's all I am. Grew up conservative, now liberal.
Best of luck.
Thank you. Bjorn, you have a good rest of your day. We got to end the show.
Yeah, you guys as well. All right, thank you guys. Bye.
I get that South Park episode wrong. I think it was just mostly transphobia. Either way.
It probably was.
Guys, remember tomorrow, 4 p.m., right? Jimmy's doing the patron stream to show you guys the app. So tomorrow, 4 p.m., if you want to join for that, that's for patron, even for free patrons on the free tier. So yeah, that's the show. This is the show. Thanks for watching. That's the show. Goodbye.
Do.